Hello guys, very good morning. Today we will learn about hip thrust exercise. Okay, this exercise is very popular for glutes workout, and let me tell you, this exercise is really not very effective exercise, but in trend. Okay, so we will understand why it is not very effective. Okay, we need to understand the concept, but first we have to do this exercise for demo and need to learn some basic thing. If you are doing this exercise, then what you have to keep some important things in mind. Okay, so first thing, you have to take your position, make sure the weight is under control or according to your strength and capacity. Okay, so I took this barbell, it is approximately 15 to 20 kg, and the plate is every single plate 10 kg. Okay, so you have to fold your legs. Okay, and it should be almost 90-degree angle in your knee joint. If you keep wider, then there will be compromise in range of motion. You will not be able to lift your hip at the maximum height. Okay, so make sure you try to fold this leg almost 90-degree angle at your knee. When we are taking support from the bench, make sure the bench is very stable, it is not slippery. Okay, and the second thing, when we are taking support, okay, then we have to take support just below the shoulder blade. Do not put your bones over here, otherwise it will be very painful. So just below the bones, okay, where there are latissimus dorsi muscles, so you will get a thick layer of muscle and it will work like a cushion. Okay, and then after that you have to fold your knees, so shoulder width stance. Do not keep legs very close or very wider like this. Just keep parallel to each other and almost shoulder width stance, and make sure you are folding your knees like 90-degree. Okay, you have to keep your legs very close as much as possible. Okay, so let's try 5 repetitions. And if you are not comfortable putting weight here, then you can use cushions, because this is not the proper placement for weight. Okay, so let's try again, and I will take position for this. Okay, like this. So now I'm taking my feet back. As you can see, almost 90-degree angle here, and full down. This is your starting position. Okay, and from here, and make sure the barbell is in balance, equally divided from this center point. Okay, hold the barbell with both hands for balance, and this is your starting point. Okay, so first inhale, pull up, and then down, then exhale. Again inhale, up, down, then exhale. Again inhale, up, down, then exhale. Again inhale, up, down, then exhale. Make sure your neck is in neutral position. This is very easy exercise, but we should not do this exercise. This is the important topic to discuss. Okay, our main purpose to make this video is to understand the concept for this exercise. So any exercise we are doing, we just need to understand the movement, the action, what is happening among the joints. So when we do any exercise, there will be some movement in the joint. So suppose if I am doing this movement, so the elbow flexion and tricep, for tricep the extension. So in this exercise, hip joint is moving, like, okay, so the gluteal muscles, okay, gluteus maximus. Okay, so this muscle's function is to extend hip upward. Okay, so when we are doing any legs workout like squat, deadlift, step up, lunges, leg press, so what is happening, the hip is going to be extending like this. Okay, so if I am doing squat and now I am fully extending my hip like this, right? Okay, if I am doing deadlift, my body is pulled down, fully flexed, and now fully extend. So there is full range of motion in hip joint when I am doing other exercises like step up or lunges, leg press, squat, deadlifts. But in this hip thrust exercise, what is happening when we see, my position, half the range is already there. Okay, so if I am lifting my hip like this much range, you see, only this range, and this is the full range, like from here to here 180 degree, but here only partial movement like this, very low. So first disadvantage, the range of motion is not proper, compromise in range of motion. The second important thing, this place, this is the bone, okay, here bone and joint, so this is not the right place to put a lot of weight here. It is really uncomfortable. I don't understand why people do this exercise. Okay, weight, we can put weight only when there is a layer, thick layer of muscles. We cannot put weight on joint and maybe if there is no muscles, only skin or maybe joint, so it is really painful. This is awkward position. Okay, so you do not have to do this exercise because it is really uncomfortable. Okay, so second thing, this is not the proper placement for weight, okay, putting weight. And the third thing, it is supported because we are taking from support here. Okay, and it is also very uncomfortable position because this is not the pivot where our body is moving. Okay, now every joint is moving smoothly, but there is no joint when we are doing this. It means we are just rubbing our bone in the back side. Okay, so there are so many disadvantages, including the range of motion compromise. Okay, we can lift heavy weight here because sometimes people keep cushions and the range of motion is very low. It's like if I am doing deadlift from down, I will not be able to lift heavy weight. But if suppose if I hold the weight here, if I put the weight here and from here to here, easily I can lift heavy weight from here because this is only minimal range of motion and anybody can do this. But it is really difficult to lift weight from the ground because this is 180 degree range of motion. The most important disadvantage is compromise in range of motion. So if I can train my glutes with very effective exercises like squat, deadlift and lunges and step up, okay, then why would I do this exercise? I can hold heavy weight at my trapezius muscles as much as I can lift with my legs capacity, but here I cannot. So there are so many disadvantages for this exercise. So if you are doing legs workout and for your glutes, just try to stick with squat, deadlift and step up. If you cannot do step up, then first practice on lunges and then after that you can switch to step up. These are the most effective exercise. So if you want a huge glutes with unbelievable strength, then you have to lift heavy with proper effective exercises, not all these fancy exercises. Okay, so I hope you understand the concept why we should not do hip thrust exercise. If you just want to practice, then now you understand how to do this exercise, the basic things you have to learn. So we already discussed everything about this exercise form and technique, how to do this, but I'm telling you, just try to avoid this exercise and you can save your time and energy and you give into squat or deadlift. These are really effective exercise. That is the reason this exercise is not included in any sports competition, because on the platform you have to show your real strength, how strong you are, you have to show on the stage. So there are very effective exercises like deadlift, squat. Okay, why they do not put this exercise in competition? Because this is not effective exercise. Okay guys, so enough for today, and next time we will take some other topics for next videos. Thank you so much.